Aventus Absolu versus Aventus Absolu. Are there any differences? Let's get into it. Okay. I have been wearing this the last 2 days, both. Either arms. And to me, not gonna lie, slight difference, but I don't know if I'm tricking myself. So in the comments, let me know if I'm for sure tricking myself, but I don't think I am. Okay. What I have found from the new marketing scheme, big bottle, is I would say it is a touch like, and maybe this is because it's new, I would say 5% less smoky than the original little bottle, and it's about 5% stronger. Paper, almost impossible to tell, but on my skin, that's what I found with these two fragrances. Other than that, really not much. Let's actually check the notes. Let's see, do they have different notes? Aventus Absolu. Nope, so I believe same notes, everything like that. All right, so the notes in Aventus Absolu: grapefruit, bergamot, pink pepper, blackcurrant, pineapple, nutmeg, cloves, ginger, citron, cinnamon, cardamom, rose, patchouli, vetiver, oak moss, ambroxan, sandalwood, musk, tonka, Evernal. Yeah, other than like the packaging and like the exterior bottle, I prefer this one. I definitely prefer the little bottle to the new big bottle in terms of design. Other than that, the only thing I could pick up on is it's a touch less smoky and it's a little stronger. And then overall, like longevity, both the same. Both like a working 5 to 7 hours, skin scent for like 9 to 10-ish. But other than that, the real only other gripe I have is, I don't know, Creed has been getting blasted the last few years for a plethora of reasons. I am a Creed fanboy. I always try fight for him. I do. This is the first one where I've been like, nah, man, like you guys are getting a bit like over the top. When they came out with the triple aged blah, blah, blah of this, it's like, come on. Are we really pulling that marketing stunt? And then when they came out with the eventual full-size bottle, which, listen, full transparency, when I purchased this way back in the day, I didn't even really pay attention that it was 75 mLs. I just purchased Creed Aventus Absolu, thinking it was right along the rest of my collection. And when I received this, I realized that it was a tiny bottle compared to the rest of the collection. And immediately I knew what they had done as a company. They released this knowing it's fantastic. No one will ever be able to change my mind on this, knowing that they would bring this out a few years later to not sucker people, but also sucker people like myself. They knew people like me existed in the market who would buy this, love it, but be kind of irritated that it doesn't match the rest of my collection, and eventually buy this. Do I feel like an absolute fool for spending well over $1,000 on the same fragrance? Yeah, 100% I do. That's my fault as an adult. As a functioning member of society, that's my own stupid fault for buying the same fragrance twice and then being upset about it. But I can also still not appreciate, I can still be irked at the company for like pulling these little marketing stunts along the way. You know what I'm saying? I think both of those can exist in the same timeline. And in this case, for sure, I'm like irked with them. This is the first time where I've started to hop on board of like the anti-Creed new train nonsense. Because to this was such a like marketing gimmick stunt in order to boost sales. I don't think companies need to be doing that, especially a company like Creed. You guys produce amazing fragrances, gorgeous fragrances. I love a lot of Creed fragrances. I'm not a fan of the marketing gimmicks. I'm just not. I expect marketing gimmicks from like smaller niche companies where they're just trying to survive or make waves, make splashes for themselves. A company of Creed's stature does not need to be pulling marketing stunts, releasing a little bottle, then releasing a triple aged bottle, and then releasing a full-size bottle that matches the rest of their production lineup. It's tacky, actually. Yeah, I would say it's tacky. And the more I go, the more I'll just start blasting. But overall, Yeah, really not much difference there in terms of juice, performance, anything like that. This is just a touch less smoky, and projection wise like this, I could smell it barely. But again, I don't know if I'm tricking myself. So if you're in the comments and you own both of these, let me know if you found like the same thing. And I don't know if that's just aging, or as a lot of people call it, maceration. Some people get upset when you use the word maceration because it's not maceration, it's fragrance aging or fragrance maturing. We all know what we're speaking about when it comes terms to maceration. So I don't know if the reason this is slightly smokier is because the juice is a lot older. Don't know. Couldn't tell you, but that was my finding for the new full-size 2025 Aventus Absolu in the 100 ml bottle compared to the 2023 non-triple aged 75 ml bottle. All right, let's do a quick atomizer test for both to see if there's any difference there. No, I'd say this sounded a little different, had a little bit more of a punch there. One of my favorite fragrances of all time, Aventus Absolu, is something I will own forever. To me, it's absolutely gorgeous. Aventus Absolu is well within my top 5 for sure. It's a fragrance that you can wear. Could you daily this? You could. I personally don't. I save this more for like special occasions. So if I go to a meeting, a dinner, a date night with my girlfriend, something like that, like a grand, you could get married in this, in my opinion. I wouldn't personally daily it. Aventus Absolu is my personal favorite in the whole brand as well. Gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. The light has been a little dimmed for me on this because I'm just kind of irritated with them as a company that they did this when they didn't have to do it, in my opinion, okay? In Cal's opinion, from day one, whenever they started producing this, let's just call it 2021, this whole thing was some marketing stunt. They've released the same fragrance 3 times now. This triple aged, then the big bottle. I don't know. I think when companies start doing those like marketing gimmicks and start not deceiving, but just playing those stupid tricks with their core audience, I don't know. If that company then faces backlash for it and people start turning away from the brand, that's their own fault, in my opinion. Because I was definitely someone who, even with the triple aged batch, I like looked at it, but I like turned a blind eye because I was like, oh, that's cool, a triple aged batch, knowing full well it was nonsense, allegedly, because I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that because that's not fair, because I don't own it and I've never smelt the triple aged batch version of this. But yeah, happy to have like the full size, but still overall just irritated at the whole thing of it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they continue their gimmicks moving forward or if they'll just get back to producing fantastic fragrances from the jump that match the rest of people's collection. Creed, stop it. Please, cut it out. This has left a sour taste in my mouth.